Another pair of fake sneakers. What's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm here to talk about fake sneakers and the prevalence that they have in today's sneaker market. This is one that I got fake back in 2018 and was luckily able to get a refund from StockX. But today I want to highlight another creator, another sneakerhead's dilemma. His name online, he goes by Late Night OG, and he got two pair of pretty hype sneakers, both being fake from StockX, one being the Kobe 6 Grinch and a pair of Off-White Air Jordan 1 UNCs. I've had both of those sneakers and they're awesome. It's a grail type sneaker for a lot of sneakerheads, or just one that a lot of people would like to have in their collection. And if you follow Late Night OG, you can see a wall of amazing sneakers behind him. He's got some really old classics, and he's got a lot of the newer sneakers too. So shout out to Late Night OG. I just wanted to highlight his story that he shared online over the summer. And essentially, he purchased two sneakers from StockX. The common theme when all of these stories come out is that you trust StockX. You trust a lot of these platforms, and now there's so many of them and they all guarantee authenticity, but they have issues, whether it's the volume of sneakers that they're looking over, whether it's the training or lack thereof when it comes to employees. And so I wanted to do a video series highlighting this issue again. I've been off YouTube for a while, but I want to come back and highlight things going on within the sneaker market, within the different communities around not only the United States, but around the world when it comes to sneakers. And so I thought I'd start here with probably the most controversial topic that exists in today's sneaker collecting, which is fake sneakers. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Now, when it comes to sneaker collecting, the beautiful thing is that everybody collects for different reasons. Everybody has a different background. They're from all different walks of life, but the one thing in common is that we all love sneakers. And it may be a sneaker that you wanted as a kid, and now you try to get it as an adult. Or maybe it's a storyline or an artist or a collab, or maybe it's just the colorway. Sneakers have always been a thing that I've loved. Up until the last few years, there really was never a worry in my mind about getting a fake pair. I worked at Finish Line from around 2008 to 2012, and the only fake sneakers that existed were like LeBron 9 Air Maxes, or these different crazy mashups of two sneakers that you just knew from 100 yards away were fake. And yeah, you would see some fake replicas of actual sneakers, but it was so easy. You could tell them from a mile away. A lot of times at Finish Line, people would try to purchase a real pair in store, so they'd have a receipt, they'd have the box, they would leave the store, come back with the same shoe but a fake pair, and try to return them. So essentially they're getting the sneaker, they're getting their money back. And that happened not super often, but it happened enough that I was able to easily tell when it was happening. But a lot of times the details on the sneaker were so bad that it was easy to tell. And now with the sneaker market just growing so large, these factories and companies and things overseas have started to create even better and better and better replica sneakers. Today I just want to highlight the marketplace and why it's become so risky in a lot of ways to spend your hard-earned money on these online platforms when you don't know 100% if you're getting a real pair. And then number two, if you do get a fake pair, how hard it is to get your money back. Ultimately, I think obviously the best thing that you could do would buy from a trusted source in person if you can, whether you can get them for retail or you can just shop at a resale location in your local area where you can touch, feel, smell whether or not the shoes look and feel authentic. And you want to buy from somebody that has a good reputation. I shop on eBay a lot. I shop on a lot of other platforms like Grailed, where you're shopping with an individual. I always make sure that they have a really good reputation and history of selling. If they don't, even if the product looks so good, it looks like such a good deal, I'm not going to pull the trigger because there is that risk that I get scammed or defrauded on the purchase. So I think ultimately the first key factor is to buy from a reputable source. Now, you're probably thinking, well, what are those? Because I thought StockX was one of those. Personally, I haven't purchased an item from StockX in probably 3+ years. It's 2024, about to be 2025. I probably haven't purchased anything from StockX since 2021. I stopped buying from StockX because not only did I have a bad experience, ultimately got refunded, but I had a bad experience. And I've just seen countless, I mean, if you look on YouTube, you see countless year after year after year. And so I would just suggest not purchasing from them. And if you do decide to, just make sure you check your sneakers. There's a lot of different AI and legit check apps out there that can analyze your photos, always take good photos, that sort of thing. You know, you want to buy from someone that's trustworthy or a company that's trustworthy. And so I think at this point, StockX has proven that they haven't figured out the model to sell legitimate, authentic sneakers. Now, to close out today's video, I wanted to just kind of refresh you guys on the story of how I got a fake pair of Mars yards from StockX and what was the final resolution. If you guys have any questions as well when it comes to fake sneakers or just the sneaker market in general, make sure you drop those down in the comments below, because I will be answering all questions in upcoming videos. So if you have any questions or comments or concerns, drop those down below. These were purchased, not this pair, but I purchased a pair of these back in 2018 for I think right around $1,500, which was on the upper end of the market at the time, but as a shoe that I really, really wanted. It came out in 2017, the second version of the Mars Yard, which apparently in 2025, we're gonna get the 3.0. So hopefully I'll be able to snag a pair of those. I'd love to do a 1-year wear test like I did on the general purpose shoe, but these are the 2.0s. And while now I believe that they're easy to legit check, if you've never seen a pair and you see a fake pair, you probably think they're real. As many pairs I've seen now, I've had people help me online by sending me different like charts and graphs and key points to look at when you're authenticating a pair of these. Essentially now I can look at a pair very easily and tell whether or not they're authentic. The first thing that you want to look at, I think on this one, it's a dead giveaway, is the insole. The insole on the fake pairs, the graphic is distorted, the proportions are all wrong. The bottom of the insole is another dead giveaway. Inside the sneaker is a good way to look. The shape of this swoosh is a great way to look. The box is also a great way to tell on this sneaker. So essentially I got a pair of fake ones in 2018. I'd never even seen a real pair. 2018 I bought them. They released in 2017. I'd never even seen a pair of these in person. So I just assumed I got a real pair. I had no way to legit check them in person. All of the legit check apps and things that exist online did not exist at that time. And so I just thought, I've got a real pair of Mars yards. I wore them for a year and a half-ish. Times got tough. I needed to make some money, and this was the most expensive shoe that I owned. So I thought, well, I'll sell them. I could get another pair in the future, but it was quick cash that I needed. And so I sold them on GOAT and actually ended up meeting the GOAT authenticator down the road years later, who authenticated and rejected my pair. So they came back fake. They sent them back to me, and then I started the process of trying to get a refund from StockX. Luckily for me, when I originally purchased them from StockX, the box came damaged, which should have been a red flag. But I just thought, oh man, like the box is damaged. So I took pictures, sent them a complaint. So luckily I had original photos of the box and the sneakers that they sent me, and I used that as evidence when I was making my claim to get a refund. It is very unfortunate the process of StockX customer service is email only, and their whole format loops that you gotta jump through to get in contact with somebody is absolutely atrocious. So I just kept emailing and emailing. I was able to get through eventually and speak to somebody legitimate. And after sending them my fake pair of sneakers and them confirming that they were fake, they issued me a refund for what I originally paid. Now the shoes had skyrocketed in value. But I just had to take that as a win that I got my original money back. I put that towards a new pair. And so now I have an authentic pair. Hey guys, I wanted to hop in here real quick. In the next video, I will be showing you guys using some apps online how you can authenticate your sneakers like this one right here, the Jordan 1 Travis Low in the medium olive colorway. Luckily for your boy, I got these for retail. Shout out to Wish ATL, hit a raffle on these right here. So I know that these are good, but I'm gonna show you how to check your pairs if you bought from a third-party source in the next video. So make sure you subscribe, click post notifications. Now let's end this video. It's just really unfortunate that in today's market, there's so many different avenues to purchase sneakers. And I think you just have to do your due diligence. Make sure that the place that you're purchasing from has a good reputation. Research it. YouTube is a great resource to research platforms, to research real versus fake sneakers. I myself will watch a video on a new Travis Scott. Like, what does a fake pair look like? What are key details? What is the stitching? You know, maybe there's stitching on the heel that's off, and that's how you can tell if they're real or not. Or maybe it's the box lid or different things like that to know if you get a real pair or not. There's so many resources out there online now. While it is a scary marketplace in some ways, there's also so much out there as far as information goes to help you make sure that when you spend your hard-earned money, you get a real pair of sneakers. That's gonna wrap up the first video of this 3-part series on fake sneakers. I appreciate you guys for watching and sticking with me on this YouTube journey. I've started making clothes, and this is actually one of my sample Dirty Birds hat for the Falcons. So this rack behind me right here is a bunch of my t-shirts that I'm selling over at Yarbrough on Instagram. I've also got a bunch of samples back here of things that I might release at some point. So make sure you tap in with me over on my clothing and art Instagram. It's @_Yarbrough, and follow me @_Blake Yarbrough. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.